What's up, y'all? It's your boy DJ BuzzB.
And it's your boy JKD.
And from the time you hear the voices, you know it's only up from here.
Yes, sir.
It's the Up From Here podcast, and we're back with a special one today. I am actually in the midst of packing my bags and headed to the Mecca, Trinidad Carnival.
I know you didn't pack your bags yet.
I haven't even started. I haven't even started. I'm going to have to find one of them late night shoppers room and try and get a quick soap, my little 1-2 toiletry. But no. Let's start there. Because when we're talking packing, right?
Yes.
As an international DJ now that goes from place to place,
Right.
especially within close periods of time,
Right.
an essential, right? And this is a great tip for DJs when they're starting to get this experience. An essential is a toiletry bag.
Yes, it is.
So I don't have to, that whole section of packing that usually
Right.
takes a lot of time,
Right.
I don't have to do that.
You know where I learned that from? Or packing one? It's from you, actually.
Yeah?
It's when we went to Montreal long time ago.
Yeah.
And I seen you with that bag.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? That's actually smart. Let me get my bag of my own, put
Yeah.
my own stuff in it, you know?
Yeah. Facts. And you don't, what maintenance do you really need?
Yeah.
You just
No,
need to
you're
know,
right.
okay, the soap is
Right.
running low or
Right.
whatever is running low.
Right.
You just re-up that.
Right.
Simple. And next travel, you're good.
Right.
So all I have to do is literally dash clothes in the suitcase or push them in and I got to do something. But all I know is I've started packing because I
Okay.
thought of that, but I haven't started packing.
I know you didn't.
So I still got to throw clothes in the suitcase and hope for the best.
Right.
But I did buy some clothes, you know,
Okay.
it's Trinidad Carnival. This is the Mecca of soca. And you got to look fresh,
All right.
especially when you have gigs and important gigs too.
So let me speaking of events, important events, we'll get more into details about those later. But there's one event in particular that you have to dress up for. Did you buy your costume for that yet?
I gotta big up Mad Russian.
Okay.
Because he posted, let me read it out word for word. It was hilarious because when he posted it, hours before that, I was thinking the same thing when I got this outfit in the mail. Now, Soca Brainwash this year is a Western theme.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Cowboy, cowgirl fits.
Hee haw.
So, hee-haw. I saw Mad Russian post.
Right.
Anyone else flying to Trinidad with a cowboy hat on because of Private Ryan? Yes. I don't want this thing to get crushed in the bag.
So you're gonna wear it?
I have to wear this thing. I'm gonna look crazy in this airport wearing a cowboy hat. I'd probably like Louis Vuitton glasses or something. I'm gonna look crazy out here. And it's all thanks to Private Ryan. But thank you, sir. I appreciate that. But yeah, that's gonna be wild.
Yeah, man.
I gotta wear a cowboy hat all through that 10-hour flight. Oh man. But anyway,
Nice.
yeah, enough to talk about where Trinidad's concerned.
Right.
We're definitely gonna get into that. But before that, and something we'll get into later too, it's a very special episode because today, people, we're gonna be doing the gender reveal of JKD's third child. All right, so wait for that one. We're gonna release the surprise at the end of the episode. But right now, go down in the comments and type your guess.
Right.
Just type my guess is,
Right.
and then leave it. Then wait for the end of the podcast.
Right.
We'll get into all that. Otherwise, how you been doing, bro?
Good, man. Can't complain. Just everyday grind, everyday hustle.
Nice.
Again, so playing that father role. Being there with the kids, getting them ready for school. The entrepreneur life is actually pretty good. It's going
Nice.
good.
So how's the transition been for you?
It's good. It's good, man. I've noticed that I'm spending a lot of time where that's concerned, like in terms of graphics, where before I was all over the place with time, right? I was doing this, I was doing that, I was doing this. Now I have a lot of time allocated towards my graphics and what I want to do with it, and it's flourishing right now. You know what I'm saying? It's not at the level where I want it to be,
Right.
but it's getting there.
That's dope.
Yeah, man.
And like we were just talking about just before the podcast, and it's something else for people to take away. No matter what you do, right? And a lot of people will look at DJs and say, oh, well, they're going to play for an hour.
Yeah.
So they're getting paid X amount of dollars just to play for an hour, and that's a good life.
Right.
When you get, especially bookings and stuff or jobs that require your service and time, you got to factor in too, okay, you had to drive to and from that place.
Right.
You had to spend 6 hours at the club, even though your slot might have been half an hour or an hour.
Right.
You have to factor in, okay, was I drinking that night?
Right.
If I was drinking am I at that age now where my knees start to hurt the next day if I drink? If I'm feeling crazy the next day, that now eliminates you're waking up late because you're getting home 4 or 5 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So naturally you're going to want to wake up later. Right. And even if you wake up early, you're groggy and tired. And the rest of the day, you probably don't want to do anything because you're out of it.
Right.
Hungover, whatever the case is.
Right.
So that one booking, it's a toll on a lot of things that you may not have even considered.
Yep.
So simply eliminating something in that space allows you to have way more free time and energy to do other stuff that's rewarding.
Absolutely.
And that's dope.
Yeah, man.
You got that going in a good direction. I could see it.
Yeah, man.
A lot of people in the right clients are coming around now.
Yes, absolutely.
That's definitely
and
the
some
one
of them
thing.
are coming back.
Huh?
And some of them are coming back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, hey, you know how it goes. It's the roller coaster. Up, down, up, down.
Right.
They always come back.
Right.
But yeah, graphic designs, that's dope.
Yeah,
and, just keeping up with the family life, right?
Yeah, man.
So how's that in terms of just the kids in the house?
It's good. It's good. I'm again, with the wife being pregnant, a lot more responsibilities on my end. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not saying that I wasn't doing these stuff before, but I'm doing them more now. So like going out, doing the laundry, going out getting the groceries.
So you're not out here just leaving your house saying the night's young. Okay.
I'm responsible.
JKD, this was a year ago. This was last year you were doing. Am I lying? This was not last year when you were talking the night is young?
Like 2 years ago.
This was last year outside of Markham Station. You was talking about the night is young after that boat ride. What are you talking about right now?
What are you exposed to me right now?
So you're being responsible. No, that's good, man. The people got to relate.
Right, put me on the spot.
The people got to relate. All right? It's a fact.
Sometimes you need those nights out, you know what I'm saying?
I know that. I'm just... There's nothing to shame you, but you have to admit it was last year. That's not okay. I'm just saying, but that's good. You're going in the right path.
Yeah, man.
So baby number 3 is coming. How are we gonna do this reveal?
I don't know.
We gotta do a gender reveal of some sort.
I was thinking about bringing confetti, but I'm just like,
hell no. You cleaning that up? No. This guy gonna throw the confetti and then go. Yo, all right, guys. All right, yo, it's been real. I got some graphics jobs.
That's
to do.
exactly what I was gonna do.
Leave me to clean up everything. This guy's so crazy. All right, well that's dope. Your graphics are coming along.
Yes, sir.
I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah, man. Respect.
That's dope work.
Yeah, man.
We'll figure out something.
Yeah.
We'll do some sort of gender reveal at the end. But yes, people, at the time you're watching this recording, actually, I'll probably be just going to the airport.
Or you'll probably be in Trinidad.
No. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Either in Trinidad or just going to the airport.
Okay.
But this is a huge experience for me, right? And I posted about it on Instagram. So big up those of you that are following me on Instagram and paying attention to what's going on. But I posted about it, and I remember in 2018.
Yes, sir.
So this brings us back to now 2017.
Right.
When over there in the studio, you, Willard, and I were sitting in that exact same spot.
Yep.
And saying to ourselves, yo, we need to figure out how to get Buzz to play in Trinidad.
Right.
We reached out to 50 plus event organizers, event organization teams, whatever have you, DJs. Out of that 50 plus, how many got back to us and said yes?
None.
Zero.
I was trying to think about like none.
The only opportunities I got were through Flex Got Next and Bandit,
right?
Because they know me from up here,
right?
Like, all right, we'll give him a chance because we know at least he could play or whatever the case.
Right.
That was it.
Yeah.
And even those opportunities, like the Juve experience that Bandit gave, that was the best, probably.
Right.
And I showed out.
Yeah.
But obviously, COVID happened, and I haven't been back since. So there was that period of time where it was discouraging.
Yeah.
You could imagine, like, Trinidad Carnival is not cheap.
Right.
And if you're not getting booked, like, I've been to Trinidad Carnival 4 times before that. You got to pay your own way to go.
Yep.
The flight is not cheap. The flight's like $1,300 if you don't get it in time.
Right.
Usually it could range from like $500 to $700 if you get it early. $1,300 for flight. Then we was just talking before the podcast turned on. When it comes to places to stay,
yeah.
And especially now post-COVID, it's absurd how much people are charging. I see some quotes for renting places in Trinidad.
Right.
I look at the quote, I say, bro, I'm not trying to buy your house. All I need is to stay there for a week. How much does that cost? And it's the same price.
That's crazy, man.
The hotels and stuff. The last I checked, when I was looking to probably stay at the Hyatt, the last I checked was $500 US a night.
That's crazy.
And that was with Trinidadians going in there on my behalf to try and get a local discount. And they're like, nah, it is what it is. Because people are paying that.
Right.
So I get that part of the business, but geez.
Right.
So if you don't have the right connects to stay in the right place, that's a whole expense. Your driver now, if you're drinking and want to be responsible,
right.
Your driver now.
Right.
Something important too for DJs to pay attention to when it comes to Trinidad. I'm now I was told about it, but I completely forgot. You have to get a whole license called COT license or something along those lines.
Okay.
In order to play on the road.
Seriously?
Yeah. And there's like actual people that will come around truck to truck. I don't know if it's militant, like every single DJ and truck has to get checked.
Right.
But if they should pop up on your truck and ask for your pass, if you don't have it, you're off.
And is that a cost? Is that a fee that you have to pay?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So there's ways around that, I think. But like if you get in with a group of people or whatever the case, it's not too expensive. I think I heard a fee. Well, it is kind of expensive, like 1,200 TT.
Okay, which is
like maybe 200-300. Yeah, probably
For
just
real?
low 200s.
Jeez.
Which it's still a lot, yes.
It is
but
a lot, yeah.
to enable being able to do that experience, pay that money.
Okay.
Right? And if you really think about it, it's $100 a day.
Right.
Factor that into what you charge the band.
True.
But regardless, like these are little tidbits I'm finding out as I'm moving, because again, this is now a year coming from 0 responses or all no's to now being on some of the biggest stages for the carnival season and the biggest events. That's mind-blowing to me.
Man, it's crazy.
And I had to sit back and be like, yo, that's crazy how far I've gone.
Yeah, man.
We literally couldn't get one response. That was one of the most discouraged. Like not one.
Right.
They say every 100 doors you knock on, if even one opens, you're good.
Right.
It felt like that. It's like we knocked on 100 doors and nobody.
Right.
So it was tough. But this year, bro, Gel's party, just so all inclusive.
Yep.
Big up Gel. We have an episode with him on the podcast, so you can go a few back and check that one. That was an amazing one. Private Ryan, Soca Brainwash, Doubles and Bubbles with Farmhouse Entertainment and Carnival Nations up here.
Okay.
Empire's Tropical Luau.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the lineup now. Bungie, Mikal Teja,
Bear artists.
Young Brother. I'm like, what? This is a big deal. So I'm counting my blessings right now.
Right.
And then I'm back on Slam Radio.
Okay.
I got the Friday at noon slot.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's gonna be something amazing in itself.
Right.
And then the road.
Okay.
No, and on top of that, now knowing a lot of these DJs, I'm getting comps now.
Yes.
As opposed to paying my way to get in everything.
Right.
So that the way things have turned around night and day when it comes to that trip in particular.
Nice, man.
Is a blessing. It's
good.
I'm very happy for that.
Good. Every day, I said this on your post today. I'm like, every day that's leading up to Trinidad, I'm getting more and more vexed.
Why?
Because I wish I could be there, but I can't. I have responsibilities now.
The night's still young for me. The night's very young right now. The night is very, and we're an hour ahead. We're an hour ahead in Trinidad. The night's very young, my friend. But yeah, man, that's I can't wait.
Nice, man.
It's
Nice.
gonna be such a good time.
Yeah, man.
We'll actually be recording some episodes of the podcast out there in Trinidad.
Nice.
So DJs or whoever, if you have a business or something you feel like you could say behind this microphone and you're listening to this, if you're in Trinidad for carnival time, I'm there from the 6th to the 17th, and we'll be probably picking maybe 2 days to really have a slot of time to have conversations, and I'm going to try and get a venue location for this.
Okay, nice.
So if you guys want to be on the podcast and we can make it work, just send me a message. I could try and interview you guys from Trinidad.
Right.
And that would be an amazing look. I'll actually be talking. Well, anyway, I'm not even going to share.
Don't share it yet. Don't share it yet.
We won't share that yet. But look out for some amazing podcasts coming live and direct from Trinidad during Carnival.
Nice.
It's going to be amazing. What else in terms of Carnival, boy? This time, I'm staying in a place in the city in Port of Spain.
Right.
Which usually I'm on the outskirts or in bush. It's hard to get to places without a driver.
Right.
This time I'll be walking distance from a lot of things.
Nice. Okay.
This time is such a blessing that a lot of things are coming into, fruition and working out Whereas before it was a huge uphill battle just to get in certain lanes. Right. So
I'm guessing you got your driver and all that thing sorted out. Okay, nice.
That was a bit bumpy, but
okay.
Luckily, again, we have family down there, and we know, like, we as in my sister and I, who's going to Trinidad.
Yeah.
And we know a lot of people now through my connections where it's just a simple ask.
Right.
And they know locals who would be willing to do it for a reasonable price.
Right.
There's some people out there, boy, that would charge an arm and a leg. We paid that.
Yes.
So you know.
Yeah.
But there's certain people out there that are reasonable with the pricing.
Right.
Like if I just need a quick drop down the road, I shouldn't be expecting to pay 30 US for a quick drop down the road.
Right.
You get it? Like, and I get people have money to make, but there's ways of being reasonable about it.
Right.
So it's looking like an amazing time.
Okay.
And I can't wait.
Yeah.
Thank you to all the promoters that, even called my phone.
Yeah.
Because regardless, now it's at a point where my phone's getting called.
Right.
Gel links me. I'm like, oh yeah, that's amazing.
Right.
Farmhouse saw how I played in Toronto. They linked me for this in Trinidad.
Right.
Private Ryan messaging my phone.
Right.
That's never gonna be something that's like normal.
Right.
Like, I remember back in the day thinking, yo, one day, how am I ever gonna get on these events? And now the man is messaging me direct to say, yo, are you available?
Right.
And that is a blessing.
Yep.
And even with that, like, it's Soca Brainwash, and I'm on that event, and I'm forever grateful for something like that. But think about that situation and a lot of these guys.
Yeah.
We're in Trinidad Carnival, where almost every DJ is coming there to try to get in some kind of space. Yeah. So people have literally a worldwide selection of DJs that they could choose from in one place. So if somebody like that, who has grown his brand to like was viewed as the #1 soca festival in the world.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't care if I'm the bench player.
Right.
If I get that phone call, I'm a happy camper right now.
Yep.
Obviously, it's going to get to a point where, it depends. Like, sometimes my brand is more important than the slot or whatever the case is.
Right.
But I'm grateful the man put in how much work into that event and could call anybody.
Yeah.
And that applies to any of these gigs. Y'all could call anybody, but you're calling my phone?
Right.
I can't help but say thank you, and I appreciate you guys. And only hope that when I come and show you guys what I could do and we have those good times and those memories and people talking about my sets, that afterwards it keeps the relationship going.
Yeah.
Correct
me if I'm wrong, but he's doing an event like every day, right? Like
pretty much. More or less, if we think about it, the Tuesday morning, I think it's either the Monday or the Tuesday afternoon or something. So he does Soca Baby.
Right.
And then the Thursday is Soca Starter. The Saturday is Soca Brainwash, and then Soca Brainwash After Party. The Sunday is Imagine Juve, and the Thursday is Post Carnival Relief.
Okay.
So 7 events throughout that crazy, 10-day period.
Yeah.
You doing all of that, and you remember enough to message me to say, are you available?
Yeah, man.
I am grateful.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's the first slot. As I said, I'll be the bench player right now. Right? Maybe that might change down the road when I have more responsibilities, but at this point, I am forever grateful, and I appreciate that. Because you don't have to call my phone.
No. And he put you on his, like, let's just say it's his biggest event.
Biggest.
And he put you on that one.
Yeah.
So.
And where most people would skin up their face at that time slot.
Yeah.
And where most people would say to themselves, well, most people would skin up their face at that period of time.
Right.
Or if it's an early slot or whatever and say, nah, I'm not doing that. I'll take it with a thank you.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that. Because, yes, that is your biggest stage.
Right.
In the entire world. Out of all the events he does, we're talking 7 events for one carnival.
Right.
He has like 5 or 6 carnivals he's bringing these events to.
Right.
So through all of that madness, you thinking to call my phone? And there was a time where that was a dream.
Yeah.
How am I going to get to this place? How?
Yeah.
It's come, and I will just take those moments and those opportunities, do the best in them, and just grow.
That's good, bro.
And he's a guy too, not to just fixate on him, but that's a huge. This is the biggest DJ in our industry, and his biggest stage. That's nothing like to gloss over.
Right.
But even him coming to me, like he would come to me on the side and say, like, Buzz, I don't want you to feel like I'm just sticking you in the early slots, but just keep in mind I have people who I've known for longer than you.
Right.
That either I'm now in a position where I owe them more favors than I would you.
Right.
But I see what you're doing, and I want to eventually bring you up in that roster.
Yeah.
But it takes steps,
Right,
you know?
right. And I feel like him saying that just shows his leadership, and it just shows like, he's been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
And yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, yes, he's looking out for the people he's grown with, but he's also bringing up the new generation, which is key, bro. It's key in this industry.
Very key. So kudos to him and on all the organizers for Trinidad Carnival, man.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to that. So we'll be flying out just now.
Okay.
And big up all the DJs, all the MCs going. Next week, Carnival Monday, obviously things are going to be hectic, and I'll be in the heat of Carnival Madness. So we won't have a podcast from Trinidad or anything like that.
Right.
Probably won't have the time to edit. But we did do a fantastic interview with somebody who's within the team and has been helping us a lot throughout these past few months and whatnot. So he's definitely that one. It's a podcast describing the history of Carnival.
Okay.
And the history of soca music and what's behind all of this stuff that you guys are seeing on Instagram.
Okay.
Throughout the next week, especially. I don't like time stamping these episodes because they're forever, right? But we're recording this podcast before the Carnival week. So you guys are going to be, this week especially, you guys are going to be seeing a million posts of shaking of bombsies and nakedness and excitement and big fets with paint and powder thrown everywhere and water flinging. You guys will now hear, somebody with knowledge about our predecessors and where all of this came from in a short form podcast.
Okay.
Right? So this part of Carnival is important because you see all those things, but it's important to understand where it came from.
Right.
So that's something I definitely think once you're done crying and looking at the phone about how much fun we're all having in Trinidad, you guys should go and watch what Carnival is about.
Right.
It's important to learn that stuff. You know what I mean? So big up to our special guest next week. We won't reveal that one yet either. Big surprise is coming. So yeah, man. So let's do this before we kick out of here. We're going to make this a short one today.
All right.
Got to do the gender reveal.
Yes, sir.
Now, before we get to the gender reveal, Jerron, you're at currently, baby number 3 is on the way. You're at baby number 2.
Yes, sir.
Both of them have been little girls.
Yes.
How do you feel? Before knowing what your new gender was, right? Because you were at a point where you had no clue.
Right.
And the answer could still be a girl, it could be a boy. But you had that point in time, that moment in time where you said, yo, this might be a third girl.
Yeah.
How did it feel to have 2 girls and knowing that a third one might be on the way?
To be honest, I know a lot of people would be like, they think that would be too much. And for me,
I couldn't do it. I could do it, but I couldn't do it.
For me, I was at that point where like honestly, I love being a girl dad, bro.
Yeah.
I love being a girl dad. Like I say that now, but obviously when they get older, it'll be a bit difficult, but I feel like I can handle it, to be honest. So this third child, if it's a girl, I wouldn't mind, bro. Yeah. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. That's just how I and I grew up with all boys, so like
it's refreshing.
So having girls, it was an eye opener, and it was something that I wanted, to be honest. I wanted all girls. So.
But you see, he's saying all this stuff nice and calm, and he's dealing with infants, you know. Once these girls reach 19, 20, 21, JKD gonna become you gotta go outside now and look like, yo, I'm security for real. Y'all think this stuff infects us?
I think I'll be prepared for that, bro. I think I'll be prepared for
Yes, you will. Look at you. I'm the 19-year-old guy dating this girl.
But again, and
that's her dad?
Yeah.
No, I'm not playing yo. Yes, sir. Anything. You need me to help? Yeah, I got you.
Again, I want to be that type of father who is in their daughter's life. Who sees their dad as I guess that man that they want their spouse to be when they get older. You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful.
So I love having girls, bro. I love having girls.
It's just all I would say is coming from somebody with 0 kids, take it for what you will.
Yeah.
But the world's a scary place.
It is.
As much as you train them the best that you can, you never know what kind of influence these people could have out here. So you definitely got to put up those biceps once in a while and show people
for
what.
For sure.
But them girls, train them right. They're your sweet girls.
Yeah.
And again, you be the example.
Yeah.
To say that's how my daddy treated me.
Right.
That's how I want to be. Hopefully I have a girl and a boy and I could stop when it's my time. When I have my girl or girls, whatever happens in my lifetime, I want her to be like, my dad treated me so well.
Yep.
That unless this guy that came into my life treated me remotely close to that, I wasn't even wasting my time with that person.
Yeah.
Like that's the level I feel like my parents did with me.
Right.
Especially my mom.
Right.
Yeah, it gets to a point where, life happens. But my mom's treated me so well. Like, I'm 34 right now.
Yeah.
Still have no idea who I'm gonna end up with. But my mom was just the way she poured love into us.
Right.
Like that's the one person who I truly trust when it comes to that dynamic, like a female and myself.
Right.
It's hard to trust people out here these days.
Yeah.
And she's shown me how it looks like. So if I don't feel that and I feel that tension, I immediately know, okay, it's on to the next, or we got to cut this.
Right.
Right. So that's what I would want in my future. But that's dope.
Yeah, man.
And if you had a boy, remember, we're talking about the time frame of before you even knew who it was.
Yeah.
Or what it was.
Yeah.
If it were to be a boy, what would your feelings be?
The same. Again, I grew up with all brothers, so like it would have been the same, bro. I would have loved to have a boy too. You know what I'm saying? But I think for me,
imagine a little JKD out there just as big as him too. The two of them running around. Nah, that's crazy. Yeah, for you.
I think I don't know. I think I was just because I had all brothers. Like I kind of already knew and saw the foresight that I was gonna be a girl dad. You know?
Yeah.
That's just me. To be honest, I never thought about having boys. There was always girls in my sight, to be honest.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, it's time for that gender reveal. Now, people, at this point, you would have put your guesses in the comment section. You didn't cheat. You didn't come here to find out the actual reveal. But we're about to reveal it. Now, how do we do this?
I don't know. I thought I was gonna have a sign up saying.
Yeah.
Should we do that?
All right, we'll cut and come back. And we'll get this right. All right, we got it. So we're not gonna do any game or anything like that, but we're gonna do this.
We have the confetti.
We have the confetti?
No, I'm just kidding.
Hell no, we don't have no confetti. Thank God. You know what I'll do?
Okay.
I'll put After Effect confetti.
Okay.
Like I'll do something special. The clean confetti. I'll put it up. So we're gonna do this instead because I just heard this and it was funny. In the case of JKD and Natasha Kerr, in the case of JKD and Natasha Kerr, and the gender reveal of their third child, we reveal that the lie detector and the paternal test have revealed that for their third child, they are about to have a boy.
I get my son. You got
your son.
Yes, sir.
You got little JKD.
Yes, sir.
Night's gonna be young for him. Very young. Love it, man. Love it. Congratulations.
Yeah, man. Respect.
You got your boy. And you got the one boy to look over the girls and look after the girls.
Yes, absolutely.
Even though he's a little boy, I'm sure he'll be a big guy. I'm very sure he'll be defensive. But that's dope, man. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you, man.
So how you feeling now?
I feel good.
Now that you know.
I get my son, you know what I'm saying?
Good.
So.
Good. Your little legacy type of.
Yes.
Not to say the girls weren't, but
right.
A little reflection of yourself.
Yes, sir.
So hopefully, your son could take out my kids and not take them to Markham Station every 2 weeks. I'm just saying. Hopefully our kids get along and are cool, They'll go to some pets together.
Thanks.
That's it, y'all.
Yes,
we appreciate you tuning into the Up From Here podcast. Once again, make sure to tune in next week. Mm-hmm. We got a special guest that will be discussing the history of Carnival.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be an amazing one. So make sure to tune into that. Check out our previous episodes, our interviews, all that good stuff.
Yeah, man.
Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed the content, and help us by hitting the like button, commenting down below, and sharing the link with a friend. All of those things are free to do, and it helps us in the algorithm and helps us get pushed out so more people can see what we're doing here on the Up From Here podcast.
Yep.
But yeah, man, I'm about to board that flight to Trinidad. JKD is about to prep his next carriage and all them things. So we got work to do.
You gonna buy one for me?
You want me to buy you a shirt? Let me see how these gigs do and how I get paid properly in these gigs in Trinidad. Maybe we'll see what I can do. I might buy a handle on the show. We go see. Anyway, y'all, we appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in, and we out.
Peace.